What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of Cup or Bust, and this one we're being the Vegas Golden Knights. As you can see at the bottom there, top players, Mark Stone, Marc-Andre Fleury, Jonathan Marchessault, arena there, T-Mobile Arena. So Vegas is a pretty good team, you know, Stanley Cup final a couple years ago, 92 overall here, actually ties them for the highest ranked team in the Pacific with San Jose Sharks. So should be a playoff team again. I feel like for them, the big thing is kind of getting everyone under contract. Obviously, this summer they had to trade away a couple of guys. Gusev's still unsigned. I think they're actually still over the cap. And as always, guys, we're using the most authentic settings for this. So game style there is 4-4. Injuries, though, turned off just because super annoying. Period length 20 minutes. Difficulty superstar. Draft pick ownership is authentic. As well, of course, the trade difficulty is set to hard. And as always, guys, we have our own set of rules. First one there, unlimited free agent signing just to keep the summers more fun. Max 5 trades per year, but CPU offers are a bonus. Cannot trade picks past 2021. That way we don't ruin the franchise's future. And then keep at least 3 picks per draft just to keep it realistic. And next year, guys, we have a list of created players. I made a couple videos on this list, so make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it before. But I've actually made a few changes here. So Alex Turcotte now has medium elite potential opposed to high top 6. He did go top 5 in the draft, so I feel like that made sense. Bo Bennett there's assigned to Arizona for 2 years, actually. That way he's actually playing for them 1920 season, just like real life. Also, I've actually added a new player here, Gregory Denisenko. I think he went 15th overall in the 2018 draft of Florida. Supposed to be one of the better prospects outside the NHL. 73 overall there, so the same as Krasov, but made him a high top 6 opposed to medium elite. I feel like that is a bit more fair. Right there, you guys can see all his stats. Really good hands on him. He's supposed to be a really solid playmaker. Also have a decent shot, decent speed. Obviously, defense, physical, like all the younger players, is what he kind of has to work on there. After that, I think it's pretty much all the same. I don't think I've made too many changes. Similar though to Bo Bennett, I guess. Nick Shore here, 78 overall, signed to Toronto for 2 years, so they have him in 1920, just like real life. Nikita Gusev here, he's got a 1-year contract, so just like Vegas having troubles signing him in real life right now, it's gonna be the same thing for us, whether we can get him extended, trade him, whatever. But I think that's all the changes to the created players. Also, wanted to mention, I've actually added all the NHL extensions that have happened over this summer. As well, I put through all the trades that don't involve a first-round pick. I feel like it involved a first-round pick. It was just a bit too unfair. So the Trouba trade, the Marleau trade, I think I'm missing 1 or 2 others. The JT Miller trade, those ones didn't go through, but anything involving less than a first-round pick, I've put through. And then if they signed as UFA with a new team, they're still a UFA, just so they can potentially go to UFA in the game, just like real life. I feel like that's just kind of the most fair way to do it. And on the last episode, guys, I wanted something that's related to Vegas. I was actually in Vegas a month ago for the GWC, and I planned on doing something when I was there, but totally forgot. So next best thing I can come up with, I bought a scratch ticket. Plan is if we win the Stanley Cup, we get to keep whatever's on the scratch ticket, but if we lose, we have to rip it up. Doesn't matter if it wins $0 or wins $200. If we don't win the Stanley Cup, this thing's getting ripped. So hopefully we win a Stanley Cup. And next year, guys, I'll give you a look at the team we have to start with. As you can see there, team status is contender. Obviously, Vegas has a pretty good lineup. So first line here, we got Pacioretty, Karlsson, and Stone. Pacioretty's a decent player, but he's about to make $7 million. So honestly, if he doesn't go up this year, you'd probably look to trade him. Second line is Marchessault, Stastny, and Tuck. Third line there, we have Gusev playing with Eakin and Smith. So Smith, Marchessault, and Karlsson all split up. Reeves, Bellemare, and Perry's the fourth line, so pretty solid. You can see we're actually missing Howell. I've already put through that trade from like Nicholas Waugh. Now defense, we have Theodore Schmidt top pair, Miller McNabb on the second, and then Merrill and Englund on the bottom pair. So Miller, I'm actually going to trade myself. That way we actually get the draft picks back for him, opposed to losing them for nothing. Goalies there, Fleury's the starter, Subban backing him up. I'll show you guys the AHL team next. Really not too great. I mean, the first line's not bad. Carrier, Nosek, Carpenter, all those guys get some like NHL time, but after that, pretty average. Right there's Waugh, so he's medium top 6 actually, 73 overall. I thought he was medium top 9, so not really that bad of a return for Hollow there, especially since he's got 1 year left. I think could definitely walk on the Hurricanes. So Holden will probably call up for Miller unless we want to make a trade of our own. After that, really don't have much there in defense. I mean, obviously they're an expansion team, so not really like the prospect pool is going to be that stacked, especially since trade away with a couple of the top players there. Of course, they traded Brandstrom for Stone, Suzuki for Pacioretty, but still the team's in a pretty good spot. And right here, guys, I'm trying to put through the actual trade with Buffalo. Miller for a second and a fifth. The value is pretty similar. It's on our side, actually, so they hopefully will say yes. And they are saying yes. We're calling up Holden. Now, the thing is, both those picks we're never actually going to be able to use, but of course, we can use them for trades and stuff. Also figured I'd show you guys what our draft pick situation looks like. So we still have our first rounder there in 2019, along with a lot of kind of later picks. Hopefully, can turn that into something. Cody Glass, of course, our top prospect, 19 years old, 71 overall, medium elite potential. Nicholas Hague's our top defensive prospect. So we definitely do have some players. And one thing I forgot to mention to you guys, everyone seemed to like it a lot with the Devils simulation I did. So what we're going to do here is actually turn off both offsides and icing. Seems to give us more realistic scoring settings or just scoring totals. So where is it? Icing there, we're going to put to off. And same goes for the offsides. Now, I think last time I put penalties up to 4-4. I'm going to leave it at 3-4 as I feel like scoring might have been a touch too high. So hopefully this gives us like the perfect amount of realistic scoring. We'll wait and see, I guess. So next year, guys, trying to make a trade to bring back a defenseman. I feel like losing Colin Miller definitely hurt us. And we should be good for the cap situation. We have $10 million in cap space right now. That's because Clarkson's on LTIR. And, of course, don't have the extensions till next year for, like, Fleury and a bunch of the guys. But Holden here, so Martinez making about double, but 83 overall. Holden's only at 79. Offering them a second in 2021, a third in 2019. It's McKenzie guy. They want, and he's past a point of growth. So the value's pretty equal. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. Honestly, Vegas has like so many extra picks. We could probably throw like a third rounder on there. I've shown you guys like in 2019 we have too many picks, honestly. So let's try. Are we gonna bet on ourselves? Winnipeg usually does really well. Let's give us or them another third there. So a second, 2/3 McKenzie, Holden. Honestly, would have been better off just holding on to Miller, but I wanted to be authentic. We'll see what LA says. And trades accepted. So a lot to give up, but definitely need to like strengthen our top 4D. So after the trade, guys, I want to give you an update look at the top 4D. Theodore Schmidt still the top pair there with McNabb and Martinez on the second. Also want to show you guys our power play lineup. So Marchessault, Carlson, Pacioretty with Theodore and Stones the first unit, really solid. Then we have Gusev, Stastny, Smith, Tuck, and Schmidt on the second. So obviously, really Vegas, I guess, you know, I was going to say they have no superstar, but I would say Stone is a superstar. After that, though, just a lot of depth on this team. You could argue probably Fleury's a superstar too. So only making that one trade. We're not counting the Miller one. Gives us a lot of options at the deadline. Hopefully we're in a playoff spot, but I'll get started with the sim now and see what happens. And actually, guys, before I forget, I want to name a captain here for Vegas. So even though he just got here, he's the best player on the team. I feel like he's captain material. We're giving it to Mark Stone. All right, guys, so I was planning on simming to the deadline, but right now at the end of December, we have a 500 record, 19-19-2. Not what we want to see from a playoff team, so gonna make at least one trade here and try and spark some life into this team. Alright, guys, so I was working the trade market for like 20 minutes, but just couldn't make anything work. Gonna wait till the deadline when more teams have guys on the block. Right now, though, I do want to make a switch up, so gonna put Marchessault there on the first line. Pacioretty will be on the second. Also have him on the left wing still, Tuck on the right. Marchessault is a playmaker, so I think we'll have him on the right side, Stone on the left. Almost messed that up big time, so we'll do that there. And hopefully that works out better. Just finishing off here, guys, on the Florida Panthers. Want to give us their second round pick in 2020 for the Penguins' second rounder, as well as Fucale. Now, chances are Pittsburgh will be better than Florida, so we're going up in the draft. And Fucale, I think's like our backup in the AHL, so definitely saying yes here. And we're now at the deadline here, guys, with a record just over 500, 31-29-3. So I don't think switching up the lines really did anything. We'll see where we are though in terms of the playoff race. So we're actually in a wild card spot, surprisingly. Still in there, 55 points, 63 games is pretty good. Looks like we have the last wildcard spot, but Kings there have a point ahead of us. Also have 2 games in hand. Vancouver's pretty close. Dallas in their division and Chicago, both a point back. So yeah, very tight here. So definitely we're not tanking, and I think we're going to have to make at least a couple trades trying to secure our playoff spot. So right here, guys, I'm actually trying to make a trade for the future. Carolina has Jake Bean on the block. Very good prospect defenseman. 20 years old, 75 overall, medium top 4. He's got 31 points right now in 57 games in the AHL. Offering them Riley Smith, who's a good player, but 83 overall, making $5 million is a bit expensive. Also offering them a third round pick. I feel like that $5 million we could get a better player in free agency or just through trade or whatever. So we'll see what they say. The value's quite even. They want the stuff. Beans on the block. Here we go. And trades accepted. We're calling up no 6. There we go. And next year, guys, I'm trying to get Chason from Edmonton for a 4th and 5th round pick in this year's draft. As I mentioned, we have a ton of picks. Chason, I don't know why he's on the block. Edmonton's doing well. 80 overall. What is that? That's like almost 50 points there in 60 games, and he's making like no money, 650K. Now I did forget to add his extension, I guess, but still really surprised on the block. 4th and 5th for him. He'll replace Smith. At least in production, he'll actually be just as good. Overall, almost as good. Way cheaper. Here we go. And trades rejected. So his value wasn't that high. So I guess let's try a 4th this year and a 4th next year. That might be better even. Kind of stagger them. They get slightly better picks here. Trade still rejected. Wow, okay. I guess I could give them Winnipeg's 3rd this year. In that case, though, again, I want to stagger it. We'll do 4th there, 2020. And trade is accepted. Probably could have just done the third, but still pretty good value. Next year, guys, trying to get another trade with Carolina. Eakin for Stoner. This is essentially just me giving them Eakin for free as he's 79 overall, making almost $4 million. Way too expensive a contract. Stoner, 1 year left. 34.77. Again, we're just taking the contract back. We'll see what Carolina says. And trade's accepted. Honestly, I tried trading him into some other deals, and they all said like they didn't want him, so I'm happy we're just able to get rid of him. So that was our last trade of the deadline, guys. I was looking around, but couldn't find a fifth trade I liked. Unintentionally, I kind of made our team worse right now, but I feel like we're definitely set up better for the future. So top 6 there is still intact. Third line's Gusev, Piri, and Chason. Piri actually is good centerman. I had him on the wing, but 79 faceoffs, so he's going up there to the third line. Decent, offensive player. Obviously going to get more minutes. Fourth line there of Reeves, Bellemare, and Nosek I think is fine. Defense is the same. Same with goaltending. I think special teams I switched up a little bit, but again, we're right in the thick of it, I guess. We're in a playoff spot. Hopefully the team can play well enough to stay there by the time the season's over. Alright guys, so this season definitely didn't go as I'd hoped. 39, 38, and 5 final record, so just over 500. AHL team there though, pretty solid, should be in the playoffs. I mean, we could still be with a miracle. Okay, no, we're not. Wow, look at that though. 3 points shy there with the Canucks. What's the other one at? The other one's 86 as well, so yeah, 3 points shy. There were a couple teams in front of us though. The Kings at 84, Blackhawks 85. Winnipeg actually missed as well. They had 83 too, so I guess just tough season in the West. Arizona, 100 points. It's pretty crazy. The addition there, Phil Kessel, I guess, as well. I think they got on Colorado. I'm blanking right now. What is his name? 66 points, 82 games for Stone. Soderberg. Arizona also got Soderberg. I can't believe we missed the playoffs, though. That sucks. The good thing is, though, we made moves for the future, opposed to right now, so we should be okay. Pacioretty, 61. Stastny there. Gusev again, he's got low top 6, he should grow for sure. Carlson 55, Tuck 54, so Marchessault, what is that? 7 guys with 50 plus points. Can't complain. Chase had almost 50 as well. Piri put up 30, so Theodore 29. Like, there's some guys there, there's some hope. Maybe Cody Glass can make the team next year. Let's see, Fleury stats could have been better. .92 pretty much though with a 2.88, so good save percentage. Could have had a slightly better goals against, but not too terrible. Quick look here at the AHL team. Haika there, 55 points. Zykov, 50. Carr, 49. I mean, really, like I said, no one on the AHL team excites me that much. And next year, we'll see who led the entire league in points and how many they had. Phil Kessel, 107. So he just tears it up on Arizona for whatever reason. They must just give him tons of ice time. Or he only had 18 minutes, but playing with Stefan, Keller, he just does great. Tavares, Crosby, both 99. Kucherov, 98. Ovi there. Stammer. Eichel, yeah, Keller at 94, Line. So maybe that's a sign of things to come. Would be pretty crazy if Kessel does, tear it up on Arizona. You never know. I could see it happening. So an unfortunate first year, that's for sure. But luckily, still have 2 years left here to make up for it. And the first round of the AHL playoffs, guys, our team is playing the Texas Stars. So we'll see how this goes. Teams seem to be pretty good during the regular season. 1-1 to start, and they get knocked out first round. Typical. And the draft results are in, guys. Anaheim picking first overall, so they'll get Jack Hughes. Colorado will get Capo Caco, assuming no created franchise players. We're picking 11th, so we should get a medium elite prospect, pending, how it goes, I guess. Also here, before we get to the draft, I'll show you guys the awards and who won the Stanley Cup. Kind of surprisingly, actually, Pittsburgh Penguins. So Kessel has, like, a career year, I think the best ever for him at 107 points, but the Penguins do win the Cup after trade him for Galchenyuk, so thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see, the Penguins road to the Cup, beat the Blue Jackets, swept the Hurricanes, beat the Bruins. Okay, that's actually kind of insane. If you swap out Florida for New York Islanders, that's the 8 teams that actually made the playoffs in real life in the East, so that's pretty cool. The Penguins beat the Bruins, and then St. Louis in 7th, so there you go. Blues beat Arizona, Edmonton, and Dallas. So next we'll check the awards. I highly doubt we got any, but you never know. Toronto there, President's Trophy winner. Actually, I totally forgot to check where we finished the entire league. I'll do that actually too right now before the draft. Kessel, Art Ross. Kucherov, though, got the Hart. Letang, James Norris. Kessel also got Lady Bing. Peterson, as always, gets the Calder. Conn Smythe goes to Malkin. Anderson with the Vezina. Bobrovsky, though, got the William Jennings. We'll see if he stays in Columbus. Drummondson there, Bill Masterton. O'Reilly with the Selke. Seems to always get it. Kucherov, Ted Lindsay. And Ovechkin there with Maurice Richard. So next here, we'll check the AHL awards. I think I also forgot to check goals. That's my bad, guys. I was just having a brain fart, I guess. I don't think our AHL team won anything there for the regular season. Player awards, Conacher went off, most points. Krasov most goals, but he didn't get outstanding rookie. That's pretty surprising, to be honest. Korpisalo MVP there, the playoffs, and then Neuwirth there had lowest goals against. So we know Obi had the most goals, even though Kessel did have 107 points. Obviously, most of those were just assists. And like I was saying, next year I wanted to see where we finished the entire league. I think we probably were pretty close to like top 16 there. Maybe not quite. Where we finished 23rd. Wow. So there's a lot of teams there that are better than us that didn't make the playoffs. But like I said, 2 years left still. And I think, the future should be bright here in Vegas. Alright guys, so I just sent our pick. First overall, of course, was Jack Hughes. I think I had this made-up guy going second. 83 medium elite, better than Kako, who went third. Detroit there gets another made-up guy, 81 medium elite, so some pretty good players. Cole's in 5th, Doc there 6th, Turcotte 7, Cousins 8, Caulfield 9, Zegras 10, and we have the 11th pick. So Byram's still available, same with Broberg. Those are 2 medium elites for sure. Boldy's high top 6. Sider actually bumped up to high top 4. And I also increased his rating from 65 to 70, so making him a bit better since he did go 6 to Detroit. But I think the clear, obvious pick here should be Byram. He's 5 overall higher than Broberg, although Broberg sometimes grows more. Byram also sometimes grows more. I think it's like 50-50, so we'll go with Byram just because he does start out high rated, so I like that pick. And next year, guys, we're trying to make sure with Anaheim for their first pick in the second round, 32nd overall, offering them 40th there, so they're dropping back 8 spots, but giving them 2 5th-rounders. This hopefully will secure us Spencer Knight. See what Anaheim says. Trades rejected. I thought that was pretty fair value. I guess could give up like a 4th. We don't have a 4th. Okay, a 4th in 2021. I feel like a 3rd would be a lot here. And it does go through. There we go. So like I was saying, guys, the next pick here, obviously taking Spencer Knight, medium elite goalie. Just the best player available. Also want to show you guys how the rest of the first round went after our pick. So Sider there actually went 12 to LA. You got Boldy. Broberg at 14 to Phillies, really good value. Even staying with Krebs at 16 to Vancouver. I always like to see if like anyone goes to the actual team that drafted them. And so far, does not look to be the case. Dornfort did go to LA with their second first rounder, so that's kind of cool. I think he's the only one, though. So after drafting Byram and Knight, pretty good first 2 picks. Our next pick here isn't until the 4th round, but obviously, no matter what happens after this point, like, pretty happy with this draft. 2 medium elite players. So these 2 guys, I don't think can be medium elite because they're in junior. Oh, Dylan there, low elite, guaranteed. That's pretty good. Low top 6, medium top 9. Let's go with the guaranteed low elite. Hopefully, decent rated. 56, that's not terrible. And this pick here, guys, is 5th round, 5th pick. See what's out there. Medium top 6, honestly, at this point, we'll take it. Moser there, Swiss defenseman. What's his rating? 58. Pretty solid. And right now, Detroit's offering us a 6th round pick next year and a 7th this year for our 5th rounder. It's our 2nd round, 5th rounder, I think. Honestly, there's really not that much available left in this draft that I can see, so I'm going to say yes to this. As, like, you can see, 2 AHL guys just got taken. There really just was not a lot left here, so hopefully that 6th rounder next year can do something. Heron there, 50-50 medium elite. Again, if he's playing in junior, he's not real, so probably isn't. You got medium bomb 6. This Russian guy, you never know with him. Then just guarantee medium bomb 6. So yeah, we might as well just take a chance. Russian center from the Ukraine. Bomb 6. I mean, for the 7th round, could be worse. And we're on the re-sign phase here, guys. As you can see, all of our top players are locked up. Stone's actually gone up in rating to an 89. So go through here position by position. Peary's an 81. That's huge because he actually extended 700K for 2 years based on real life. Must have really helped him playing that 3rd line with Gusev and Chason. I think he did a lot better there, which makes sense. Nosek, Bellemare, both could be 4th line center. Nosek's locked up. 26 can still grow. So Bellemare, I'm just going to let him go. No really reason to bring him back. Waugh even could get the call up. Same with Glass. Left wing here. So Gusev, he had an insane year. What was it, like 50 points, 55 points. Hopefully he's not asking for too much because his rating hasn't changed. $3 million for 3 years is really reasonable, to be honest. So let's see if he does like 2.75 3 years. Even though he's an 82, his hands are insane, good shot, and obviously produced for us. Carr 27.76, just gonna let him go. The rest there's AHL. Now Chason, he's also up 1 to an 81. Real life, I think he got like 2.2 from Edmonton. I forgot to put that through, like I was saying. He wants 2.5 there. Doesn't matter if it's 1 or 2 years. It's not too bad. Let's see actually just total in forwards. Where does he rank? So there's our top 3, 6, 9. So we'd be on a 3rd line guy for us. 10, 11, 12. We got some guys coming up too. So we could afford them. Thing is, like with Gusev at $3 million, we have like $6 million-ish to get a pretty big name free agent. most likely a defenseman, because if you look at ours, it's like good depth, but really, Theodore's our number 1, which is solid, but the rest of it's just pretty normal, I guess. Engelin here, we'll see what he wants to be a 6th. 1.8 for an 80, it's really not even worth it. I feel like Byram, we could even just call up into that spot. Bean probably will grow enough to get there, so Storm we let go. Engelin I'd like to bring back, alternate captain and everything, but I feel like it's just not worth it. And looking at our goalies next, guys, Fleury's also going up in rating, now an 89. I think Subban did as well. I believe he was an 81, now an 82. 700K as well for him as a backup, so really good value. Legacy there we can let go. So Dance is a solid AHL starter. Back him up, we can honestly just sign Spencer Knight, because I think he doesn't play anywhere otherwise, so we'll do that. And then this guy here, AHL starter, he'll be gone. That guy we're not going to re-sign either, but goalie situation still looks pretty good. So we'll see if everyone resigns, how much money we have before deciding on Chiasson. So Gusev did accept our offer. I feel like we got him back at a very reasonable contract. Same with Spencer Knight, obviously. And was that actually it for our players? We had like no one else to resign. So I'll take a look now. I think we should have about 6 million, 6.8. So like I was saying, could bring Chiasson back. But could also go out and sign like a bigger name free agent, which I think is probably the smarter move. We already have like enough bomb 6 forwards. Did decent for us, but honestly, he was a rental. We'll sign all the AHL guys and then get on to free agency. So we're out the free agency period here, guys. I think we have 6.9 million in cap space. Pretty nice, I know. Oh wow, look at that. So Kyle Connor's available as an RFA. Usually that's not the case. It's almost always Trouba. Marner, Point are both there. Like, Tampa Bay never seems to figure it out. Like, real life, they trade away JT Miller, don't re-sign Strawman. I'm not sure if they re-sign Strawman or not. No, they don't, but still, like, trade away Killorn or Miller, then you can re-sign Point. Same with the Leafs. Trade away Marlowe. They never figure it out. Looks like Leafs and Tampa Bay actually lose Strawman and Gardner as well, so they probably signed like a bunch of other bomb 6 dudes. Duchesne here, 5.6 million is really good value for him. Pavelski there, 6.5. Thing is, he's 34. I do have him at highly potential. It shows top 6 though, I think because of his age or how he performs. I don't know. So a lot of times he doesn't really keep his rating, which makes it a bit riskier. Duchesne's probably the safer bet. Bring him to Vegas would be pretty nice. Although we need a defenseman more than anything. Just we already have a bunch of 83s, so none of those guys really make sense to sign. We'll check goalies here. I'm just curious if Bobrovsky's available. Kincaid is actually the starter, the highest rated goalie there, 82. Not usually the case. Usually there's some like decent goalies. So we have some interesting options to us. Like we could make an offer sheet here on Point or Marner. Connor there, Pavelski. I think probably gonna try and maybe I wait on Duchesne, to be honest. Wait out both Point and Marner. Try and get them on like a cheap 1 or 2 year deal. We're only have to give up like 1 first-round pick. Now, I just checked the 2A players, guys, and there's a ton of good ones available. We have 14 roster spots open. I just made 13 contract offers. I don't think we'll get them all, so I just kind of figured make offers on all the ones we want. Nason's the best, though. 2168, medium top 4. Made on the max offer. Salen's always there. Pearson's the best forward, 1971, medium top 9. I'm not sure why like certain teams always lose guys, because like if I'm that team, I'll look and there's way worse goods I'll not resign instead of other players. Hopefully it's kind of fixed for 20 where they prioritize the younger players more. Cousins there, 2577, either a good HL player, potentially NHL guy for us. Zetterlund, Olsen, always sign them. There's actually some defensemen I saw they're pretty decent. So Setkov there, Westerland, they're all like 20 years old. Walford's actually a 68 already, which is pretty good. Phillips 66, Galvas 67. So hopefully they all sign with us. And then like I said, 6.8 million. I think rather than signing Duchesne and hopefully he signs with us, I'd rather just wait on one of the RFAs. Chances are at least one of them will be available by the end of the summer. Usually like both of them still are. And at that point we can get like a 2-year deal, 6.5 million. Only give up a first-round pick and basically just steal a superstar. And we're just going to offer you guys from the Rangers. Want to give a Shattenkirk in a third for a first-round pick, Wall in a second. Thing is, we're giving up a lot there, and we're losing all of our cap space, which, like I said, we want to use to steal one of the RFAs. And as you can see here, Hal accepted our offer. Same with Gallant, Nassen. Nassen was the big one. Medium top 4 potential. Huge trade piece. So far, they've all said yes. I think we should have just enough contract spots. Salen usually goes Arizona for some reason, but he went with us, so I think we got them all. So Karen, a couple fourths for 2 seconds. That's a cap dump. And we're losing away on draft picks, so definitely saying no. Cousins here also accepts our offer. Same with Peterson. So I think we got everybody, which is pretty awesome. And next year, guys, we're going to trade with Carolina to get our 3rd-round pick back. That way we can make a qualifying offer. Lindbergh here is like an AHL player. Same with Quinney, 2468, Colster. Like, they're pretty average players. If all three of them get our third round pick back, that's insane. Trade rejected. Okay, I was gonna say the value, we actually had more value, but I didn't think it was gonna go through. So we'll add probably one of those medium top 9 guys we got, since we have so many. Looks like I'm just looking at forwards right now. 2068. Who's the worst one? I think Ronberg, 2064. Yeah, it looks to be the worst one. So we'll add him there. Trade should go through now. There we go. So actually cleared up some roster spots, and we get our third round pick back. Should be good to go. And we're actually at the end of the summer now, guys, and check this out. Both Braden Point and Kyle Connor are still available in free agency. Now, Point wants $10.3 million there for 7 years. For 1 year, he only wants $3.8 million, so that's pretty insane. Kyle Connor wants 6.7 for 7, 3.4 for 1, or 4.8 for 2. So basically what my idea is I'm going to try and get Kyle Connor signed for 2 years and give up a first and a third round pick. And then Braden Point, I'm only going to sign for 1 year because he's just so cheap there. And we can actually get him for a second round pick only for Tampa Bay. So first, a second, and a third for 2 prime players, medium elite potential. Would be pretty insane. Especially like considering the fact Vegas is so cash strapped, to be able to pull this off, I think be pretty good. So 3.75 or 7.75 is the max we can make there on Point. As you can see, you have to give up a second round pick, and then for Connor, we're doing the first and the third, just because Point for the 2 years is a little bit out of the first and third like range, I guess you would call it. For him, it actually ended up costing, I think, first, second, and third. So this way we can actually get both of them. Connor, I'm going to try and sign him as cheap as I can, just because it's going to be super close in terms of the cap space. We'll offer like I mean, we need him to sign, right? So we'll offer 4.5, or let's do 4.65 for 2 years. As you can see, a first and a third. Both say yes. We should have both the same, like enough cap space there, and that'd be insane. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten 2 RFAs that high rated in 1 summer. As you can see here, guys, Kyle Connor did accept our offer, so that's awesome. Haven't heard back from Braden Point yet, though. Hopefully he says yes as well. And hopefully we have the cap space for him. Kyle Connor's been resolved. Chose not to match. So first and a third round pick. Connor at 87 overall, medium elite for 2 years at like 4.6 is insane. Point rejected. Don't have the cap space. See, I thought we still had enough for him, but as long as he's still available, we can go clear some more cap space for Braden Point. Definitely worth it. And he is still there. How much does it say we have? It says we have 2.8. And again, for 1 year, he wants 3.7. So we have to clear $1 million in cap space. Should be able to get that done. So right now, guys, offering Ryan Reeves, the Anaheim Ducks, for a third round pick. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. So there we go. That should be enough to clear the cap space to sign Braden Point. Plus, Reeves is the 4th liner for us anyway. We get a third round pick back. Pretty awesome, to be honest. I don't know why other teams don't like figure this out. Like 7 years, it's whatever. 1 year, 3.7. As you can see, we have 4.9 to work with. So I think the max we can offer him was 3.75. We'll do that. I guess he's actually only asking for 3.725. So we'll do 3.7 there for 1 year. I have to go a second round pick. Again, if they say yes, or Tampa Bay can't match, as in Braden Point says yes, that's insane. A first, a second, and a third round pick for Point and Kyle Connor. Like, we didn't sign any UFAs this summer, but I'd say it was 100% worth it. And usually Vegas has no money, so we were able to work the cap pretty well here, I think. And come on, say yes. Come on. Accepted the offer. There we go. It is 1 year, so we'll get a raise next year, but we got him for a second round pick. Like, normally he'd cost you a lot more than that. And Tampa doesn't have the cap space, so unless they can make a trade here, I think they're going to lose him. They're taking their time and not matching the offer. There we go. That's unreal. Also, guys, I noticed we can still use a defenseman. The highest rated free agent available is Ryan. He's an RFA, 26 years old, 79 overall, wants 1.15. I think you can give him like just under 1.2 there for no picks. I mean, I feel like they can most likely match, but if not, thank you. And as you can see here, Ryan did accept our offer. I don't know, like the Sharks would just have to like move someone down. They're not willing to match, so we just got Ryan for free. There we go. And look at that, guys. Oh my god. I've never seen this before. I had to show you. I don't usually show preseason games, but I saw Stone had a 5-point game. Look at the score of that. 14-3. We beat the LA Kings in the preseason. I mean, obviously, we're running our regular roster, but I don't think I've ever seen that many goals scored in a single game. That is insane. And I just finished editing the lines, guys. Check this out. Team stats there is now champion. Honestly, if it wasn't for our defense, we'd for sure be like Stanley Cup favorites. Our offense is insane. So First line there, you got Kyle Connor, Braden Point, Mark Stone. Not too bad at all. Second line, Marchessault, Carlson, and Pacioretty. Very solid second line. Even Gusev, Stastny, and Tuck, I think, is a great third. And then Nosek, Piri, and Cousins on the fourth line can definitely hold their own. Defense, like I said, it's definitely like the weak spot of this team. Theodore Schmidt's still the top pair. We got McNabb, Martinez on the second, Merrill, Ryan on the bottom pair. Goalies there, Fleury's still the starter. Subban's the backup as an 84 overall now. So his role's actually starting goalie. Very good backup. I think he's making like 700K right now, so he's going to want a big raise next year. Probably going to lose him. Next year, the special teams. First power play unit's pretty insane. Basically, our starting lineup with Pacioretty on D. The second unit is actually all forwards just because our forward group's so much better. Same goes to like 4-man power play. I made sure to put a forward on every D pair just because our forwards are so much better. We need to be like utilizing them. So hopefully that works out. I mean, I probably shouldn't have changed lines too much. We had 14 goals the first game, but I feel like this should work out pretty good. Now in the AHL, first line there, you got Carrier, Glass, and Zykov. So Glass is actually good enough to be in the NHL, but he'd be on the fourth line. I feel like that would actually stunt his growth more than first line AHL, getting a ton of minutes. Medium elite, should play well. +2 roll depth forward. Having the AHL shouldn't hurt him at all. Waller's a 78 now. You got a bunch of 70s there. Defense, Bean's a 77, so would have been in the NHL if we didn't sign Ryan. Goalies, Dance there, 77. Knight's a 62 backup, so we'll see kind of how well he grows. Definitely excited for this season. Like, one of the better forward groups I've ever had, especially after only 1 year. I figured I'd show you guys an update too on the captaincy. So Mark Stone is still wearing the C, but we've actually got Marchessault now as one of the A's. I was like, why am I not recognizing any of these names? What the heck? It's because we're on the AHL screen. My bad. All right, guys, let's try that again. So like I was saying, Mark Stone's the captain, and then we have Marchessault and Schmidt there. Wearing the 2 A's. Also, too, because Marchessault's wearing number 81, decided to give Kyle Connor his Michigan number back. Why can't I see Kyle Connor? There he is. He's wearing number 18 now. And I wanted to actually check, too, just what the team's ratings look like. I feel like offense should be... It's going to be like 96. Defense is not going to be very good. Goaltending should be very high as well. And yeah, the offense 96 right on. Defense 92, so actually higher than I thought it'd be. And then goaltending there 94. Number 21, I think that's Braden Point. Doesn't really look like him, but yeah, this team should make the playoffs this year. Like, I don't know what we're doing wrong if we don't. We'll get started with the sim here and see what happens. Just going off here from Edmonton, want to give us Chris Russell a third and a fourth for a second, but Russell's a cap dump, so I'm obviously saying no. Also, too, right now we actually have a negative record to start off the year. I have no idea how this team's so good. It makes no sense. Like, LA, we beat 14-3, and they have a better record than us. Whatever. So we're at the start of January, guys. Our record is still negative, 14, 20, and 6. I don't get it. I'm going to go make a trade for a defenseman. I feel like that's the only thing that could help us because our offense and goaltending are insane. We'll see what's out there. I still, even with our defense, we should still be playing better than this. So you know what, guys? I'm going to try and get Shattenkirk here from the Rangers. They made me that offer before, but I was giving up too much. Obviously, solid defenseman, 86 overall. 30 years old, so he's not too old. Awesome hands there, good shot, very good just offensive defenseman. 6.6 for 2 more years. He's actually making like about 1.2 more than Schmidt, who's locked up for 6 years. He's good, but 6 points in 40 games. He's playing on our top pair. I'd rather Shattenkirk with Theodore. Nassen, we got to be signed for free. Tikhonov, bomb 6'4", potential prospect. 3rd round pick, 2020. This should go through. I also noticed we don't have any right-hand defensemen, so Shattenkirk gives us that, as well as gives us a really good option on the point for the power play. I think this goes through. Trades rejected. Sweeten the value just a touch. Alright, guys, so I had Sekov here, prospect defenseman, medium top 6. Lidl is just there as a roster spot. Hopefully that pushes this trade through. And it does. So there we go. Huge trade for us. We can actually only make one more trade this year, but we had to do something. Also, I just did assistant coach best rosters. Maybe having some forwards on D for the power play, 4-man power play wasn't a good option. I don't know. Defense, though, definitely looks a lot better now. A lot more even. Have a true top pair. Power play, let's see what they have. So they have Theodore and Shattenkirk. We'll just try this because obviously what I was doing was not working. So here we go. Throughout the trade deadline now, we've almost pulled back to 500. 26, 28, and 8. So we did play a bit better since making that trade for Shattenkirk, but still not as good as this team should be doing. Like, I don't quite understand it. We're 12 points back of a playoff spot, so we can make one more trade. It doesn't really make sense to get a rental or anything. We just have to hope for, I don't know, like, this team should be doing so much better. Like, Arizona's first in division, 73 points. LA, I want to go take a look at those two teams right now because I feel like there's no way they have a better team than us. It just doesn't make any sense. So Arizona, They have a sick first line, and then after that, yeah, they're not even close in terms of forwards. They got Ekman Larsson on D. After that, it's about the same. Goaltending is not as good either. Somehow doing so much better. And then LA shouldn't be that good of a team either. Like, they're old and everything. They have Kopitar, and that's literally it on forward. So I'm not sure how that's better than us. Doughty's their only defense. And other than that, they're crap. Quick's 87 is worse than Fleury. So I have no idea what's going on right now. Maybe it's just one of those sims where it's fluky and the game hates you, but this sucks. Alright guys, so since we're most likely not making the playoffs, we're going to try and trade Merrill here to the Senators for a second round pick. Probably not going to re-sign him with Bean and Byram both coming up. Second round pick, never know. It could turn into an elite player. We'll see what Ottawa says. Trades accepted. We're calling it Bean. I feel like that's not a bad move. So just simmed the end of the season. Finished a record of 35, 39, and 8. I'm not going to lie. I think this is like the first time we've ever missed the playoffs the first 2 years in a row with a contending team. Obviously, sometimes we like rebuilt the first 2 years, but this is something else. So 78 points there. Yeah, missed the playoffs. Point, though, played really well. 75 points, 82 games. So something to look forward to. Probably going to have to try and trade Stassi at the draft because we're going to need money to re-sign him. March is still there, 67. Carlson played well. Pacioretty, Stone. What is that there? Like 7 guys, 60 plus points. Shattenkirk's one away as a D-man. So yeah, definitely like some good spots. I don't know what's going on really with this team. Fleury, record's not great, but save percentage isn't great actually either. Neither of the goals against. So, oh wow, he's going down to an 86. Not good. 6.4 though for him is not bad. I think it's probably the defense in front of him more than anything. Subban went up to an 84, but those stats are rough. 6 and 12. I mean, save percentage and goals against are better than Fleury, but I don't know. We got to do something with this team. Who led the league in scoring? Scheifele 115. What a year. Wheeler 114. Line 112. So just Winnipeg as a whole absolutely tore it up. Line had 55 goals. Kane had 53. Ovechkin had 58 though. Still wins some Reeves Richard again. That's pretty crazy. DeBrincat there 97. What a second round pick. So we'll see where we finish the entire league. Obviously, Winnipeg actually has our first round pick. So without Kyle Connor, they still have the 3 leading scorers in the league. And they finished first in the league, and they could get first overall. What are their odds going to be? Like, where did we finish? We finished 26th. So they have the 6th best odds there to get first overall, get Lafreniere. That would be something else. Detroit there finishes last. I don't know, guys. This is a weird one. And the AHL season is now over, guys. As you can see there, Glass led the team in scoring. 62 points, 76 games. Should get a big boost this summer. Hopefully, or not hopefully, he'll definitely make the team. And obviously, our team there is in the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. I think last time we were a first round exit, which sucks. But hopefully this time they can do better. I mean, pretty good players actually on the AHL team. We did call up Jake Bean, but still really no excuses for them. So first round here, they got Milwaukee. This is, of course, Nashville's AHL team. We win the first 2 games. There we go. We actually sweep them. Moving on to round 2. Let's go. We have the Grand Rapids Griffins here in the second round. This is, of course, my favorite AHL team, the Red Wings AHL team. So see how they do here. First 2 games in Grand Rapids. Win both of them. Okay. So yet to lose here in the playoffs. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it. And I did, of course. Lose the next 2 at home. Win 1 in Game 5, and then lose Game 6. So all down to Game 7 here. Winner goes on to the conference final. And we actually do win that. There we go. Conference final here against the Colorado Eagles. So AHL teams at least giving us some hope for the future. I mean, we have a lot of good prospects. And, okay, won the first 3 against Colorado. And we take them in Game 5. So here we go. 7 games now. Going up against the... what is that team name again? I know Thunderbirds. Springfield Thunderbirds. We lost the first 2, which isn't good. Never know, though. Oh, wow. Lost the first 3, but we won the next 2. Possible reverse sweep. Here we go. Lose in 6. Okay, so made to the final. Unfortunately, Florida's AHL team was too much. Stanley Cup champions there. Toronto Maple Leafs. So, again, I'm pretty disappointed, to be honest, missing the playoffs the first 2 years. I felt like this year especially, the team we constructed was pretty insane. Even with, like, the defense was not the best, but it wasn't the worst either. Like, it was average, which should have been enough. Okay, thank God. So we didn't win the lottery. New Jersey, though, gets it via Minnesota. Not sure what happened there. Detroit picks 2nd, so they'll probably get, like, Byfield. Toronto 6th, so actually Ottawa gave an offer sheet there from Marner. Seems like Ottawa's always doing the offer sheet, which Like, they have the cap space, but at the same time, they're not that good of a team. So, I guess I respect the risk there. But sometimes, I mean, Ottawa does do some good sometimes, but I don't know. So, we'll check all the awards now. I don't think we're going to be winning any, but you never know. I'll take a look here at Toronto's road to the Cup. So, they beat Tampa there in 6, Buffalo 7, Capitals 5. Wow, look at that. The Blues lose again the Stanley Cup final, get beaten 7. If you pretend like they won in real life, they went there 3 times in a row, but unfortunately lost the last 2. Who'd they beat? Nashville, Dallas, swept Anaheim. So, kind of feel bad for Blues fans, but kind of don't, because, you know, they actually did win it in real life. So right there, all the team awards, player awards. Scheifele got Art Ross and the Hart. Doughty, James Norris. Wheeler, Lady Byng. Jekimov, I think that was the dude that went 2nd overall last year with the Calder. Tavares, Conn Smythe, Gibson, Vezina. He also got the William Jennings. Spiza, Bill Masterton. O'Reilly, Selke again. Scheifele, Ted Lindsay, and then Ovi there, Maurice Richard. So next we'll check the AHL awards. I guess we'll do player awards. Ty Ryan, most points. Shout out X-Tech. Dubé, MVP. Denisenko there, most goals. Sakura, outstanding rookie. I don't think we're going to be getting an award there. No player award. Team awards, did we maybe like win? Oh, no, we didn't win. We got 3rd in our division. So, still, oh wait, what did we win? We won the Western Conference. That's right. We did get to the final. Okay, so we got our first award there. Hopefully can make the playoffs in year 3. If not, like I showed you guys, we have to rip up a lottery ticket, no matter if it's a winner. So, and not even if we don't make the playoffs, but if we don't win the cup. So, there's a lot on the line here heading to year 3. All right, guys, so we just skipped to our first pick in the draft, number 8 there in the 2nd round. As you can see, Lafreniere goes 1st overall, of course. Byfield 2nd. Raymond 3rd. He's actually a 78 now to the draft. I decided to boost him up, make him closer to Byfield. Seed, who I think's made up. Same with Vishnevsky, Kovalev. Lundell, though, 77. Same with Holtz there. Gunler. LaPierre, actually going 10. A lot of times, or actually, I bumped him up from low elite to medium elite. That's right. He always was a steal. Plus, I saw a lot of drafts have him higher now. Drysdale, Foodie, Barron, Rossi, Rochette, McLennan. Cole Perfetti, though, still at 19, 76 medium elite. Wall there, made up. 80 overall medium elite, pick 18. Some steals. Goulier lowered to high top 4. I felt like that made more sense than medium elite. But some pretty good picks there. Bludoff, or however you say his name, I don't know. But I noticed there was actually a guy, guaranteed medium elite. They're going to go late, so I'm not sure if we'll take him here or not. There might have been another guy, too, we could take. Okay, no, he's 92. We have 2 second rounders. So I guess we could wait on him. Let's see. Central Scouting. Who's, the next best guy? 2 dudes that are 50-50 medium elites. I mean, maybe the Russian, to be honest. I'm going to go with the Russian, then I'll take the other guy with the next pick. And what was he rated? Medium top 4. So for the 2nd round, that's pretty solid. Our next pick here is number 16 in the 2nd round. Like I was saying, we're going to take that guaranteed medium elite player. Not going to risk it anymore. Looks like there's not really a lot left here, honestly, after that 1st round, which was pretty stacked. Ross Sagan, so pretty good pick. 53 overall is low, but medium elite, can definitely use him in a trade or something. Didn't see actually any gems, which is kind of surprising. I checked at the beginning. I don't think, not even Lafreniere they had as a gem. Oh, wow. So, Bykov, I didn't notice him. We guaranteed medium starter. We got 2 low elites. I think the goalie, though, at medium starter would have the most value, so we'll take him. 57's not too bad. We actually have another 5th round pick. Hopefully, one of the low elites. Never mind, we have a 6th there. I thought we had a 5th. I don't think the low elites will still be there. Yeah, they're not there. That's okay, though. There's actually 2 low top 4s here, which is pretty decent. So, Derek Grossman there. 48 low top 4. Pretty rough. The other one's still available, though, here. It was 2 6th round picks that we had. Okay, I got that mixed up. Low top 9. Low top 4 is a lot better than that. And he is there. Nikitin. Hopefully he's at least 50. What is he? 58. Yeah, that's actually not too bad at all. And last pick here, guys. 7th round. Pick number 6. So far, honestly, I'm pretty happy with how this draft went. Guaranteed fringe starter for the 7th round. Can't be upset with that. And 47 is pretty low, but still, it's not terrible. All right, guys, we're on the resign phase here. All we have is $6.4 million in cap space. I forgot we were supposed to try and trade Stastny at the deadline. Complete brain fart. What's point want? 1 year, 8.6. We can't afford him. We can qualify him, though, because it's just what we paid him last year. We'll definitely have to make a trade, though, like I said. Get him locked up. I mean, Stastny, what's he actually rated now? 34.83, 6.5. To buy him out would cost us 2. I think we can trade him. That's not that bad. At least for a 7th round pick or something. Should be able to move him. Waller's an 81 now. So we're going to want him locked up. For now, though, we'll probably just qualify all these guys because we want to make sure we can get Braden Point. Let's see. Peri's an 80, but 700K. Glass, for sure, he's got to go up. He had such a good AHL year. Let's see. Cousins is still a 79. Right wingers here. Everyone's locked up with Zykov, who's 78. 1.4. I'm just going to qualify him. I don't think anyone's going to steal him from us. Defense. Shattenkirk's actually gone down one, which sucks. So we really do need like a number 1 defenseman. Bean, Ryan, Haig, Byram. We need like 2 of those guys to be our bottom pair. McNabb's an 81 now, so maybe trade him with like picks and prospects. Try and bring in a true number 1 because I feel like it's got to be our defense. Fleury's down to an 84. Well, that's rough. Subban wants to come back though, so 284 isn't bad. 3.1 million though, not gonna do that. So I guess we're just gonna lose Subban. Unfortunately, we can't afford to keep him and also keep Point. Dance's a decent AHL backup, so we'll keep him there. Or sorry, I should say AHL starter. Knight's the AHL backup. This dude, gonna let him go. So all the AHL guys will just qualify, trade some people, get Brain Point signed, and then try and bring in a number 1 defenseman. So I got everyone signed, guys, except for Carrier, Point, Juan, Zykov, all qualified. And it looks like we're going to lose Nosek and Ryan. They're 27, so they're done growing. 78, 77. No reason really to keep them. Alright, guys, so we're here trying to trade Stastny to Dallas for first round pick. The value's pretty equal. They have the cap space. I'll see what they say. And trade's accepted. That's pretty awesome, especially since free agency just hit. So they probably could have got somebody better for less money. But I don't know. Bad GM. It's going to cost you. Especially, I think he's got 1 year left. He's a rental. We now have $12 million, so we can get Point back. He's a top free agent, of course. Hosang behind him. Then you got Gustafson there, 84. So really not the number 1 defenseman we're looking for. Schultz, Milano's an RFA, Spurgeon, Carlson. Muzzin 85 is not too bad. Curious about goalies here. And Crawford, 88 overall, 3.6. That is worth it for sure. Could have him and Fleury as the 1 and 2. Fleury's down to 84, so I feel like we got to do something to bring in a better goalie. We'll offer him like 3.8 there for 2 years. Hopefully he says yes to that. And I just noticed too, he's only costing 500K more than Subban would have, and he's 4 overall higher, so it's like a no-brainer. Also, guys made an offer on this Lindblom goalie prospect, 19 years old, 63 overall, medium starter, like 5 defensemen here, all medium top 6, 19, 20 years old, mid-60s, and then some forwards here. Bergeron, medium top 6, he'd be great to bring into the team. Also, forwards back Carlson there's an RFA. Made him a 925K 2-way deal, so almost for sure it gets matched, but if not, potentially be like a 4th liner for us next season. So Regula here accepted our offer. Same with McShane, Bernard, Krall, Lindbaum's the goalie, so that's awesome. Lundqvist, Bergeron, the medium top 6 guys, so I think we got them all. Cronholm rejected, no roster. I thought we had like an extra few spots, but if he's the only one that we couldn't get. Forwards back Carlson rejected. Didn't offer him enough money. We offered him a max 2-way deal. Hills rejects. Not a big enough roster, so we actually might have to go make a trade here. And next year, guys, trying to make a huge trade with the Sharks for Brent Burns and Jeremy Waugh. Burns still is a 90 overall defenseman. Roll top 2, elite potential. Actually boosts his potential to medium franchise to try and keep his rating longer. It seems to have worked, but values there is still pretty low. Waugh, 2380, solid defenseman. Offering up Shattenkirk here, who actually has about the same amount of value as Burns for some reason. 5 overall lower, only making 1.5 million less. McNabb, 81, Waugh's younger, 250K less. Zykov and Carrier probably don't make our team, both still like RFAs, unsigned. Zetterlund there is an okay prospect, so if those 3 can kind of like fix the difference, I think this is an absolute steal for us. Like, I want to show you guys just how low Burns' value is. Like, it doesn't really make sense for a 90 overall D-man, even at his age. Watch him drop a bunch this summer, but still, value's on our side. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. One guy that likes Zykov. Okay, I'll take Carrier off. And I would like to like get rid of players here because we have too many right now. Alright, so I'm going to throw Salin on here. Not 20 years old, 69 overall, low top 4. Hopefully they'll say yes to this. Trades accepted. Okay, so huge trade there. Clears up some contract spots, so we should be able to bring in Crawford, sign a couple of free agents. Brings in our number 1 defenseman. Brain Point, I'm probably just going to be patient with because he wants 10 million still. And there's not really a lot of teams that can afford to even sign him. So I think if we wait a bit, could get him cheaper. And there we go. Crawford's coming in as our starting goaltender. So looking pretty decent so far. And look at our cap space, guys. We have $8 million. Jake Muzzin, 85 overall defenseman, only wants 3.2. Very, very good deal. So I'm thinking let's offer him like 3.35 for 5 years. Very good defenseman. It gives us about $6 million left to work with for Braden Point, which hopefully can get him back for like 1 year. Again, I was looking around. Not a lot of teams can afford him. Also, too, I made an offer on one of the two-way guys. 70 overall, 20 years old, medium top 9, so pretty solid player. If we can get Jake Muzzin in, re-sign Point, of course we trade for Brent Burns, Corey Crawford. I think this team's in a good spot. Hillis there is who I was talking about, accepts the offer. Waiting to hear back from Muzzin, who also accepts. There we go. So probably now just going to risk Braden Point. If we do have to match, we'll have to obviously trade away somebody, but I think we'll be okay. So I'll send him to like middle of August, see how much he's asking for. Basically, as soon as he's asking for 1 year, around $6 million, we'll just make that offer. All right, guys, so it's now August 30th. Gonna see how much Braden Point's asking for. 1 year, he wants 5.5, and we have 5.5, so that works out perfect. We'll offer him like 5.25 here, or let's just make sure we get him. Let's offer him 5.4. Give us like 150K wiggle room. Waugh also needs to get locked up. Hopefully it's under $1 million for him. Alright, so probably have to wait till the fall so you can make sure we have enough for him. But like I was saying, team, we should be stacked this year. And Braden Point did accept our offer, so there we go. First line center's coming back. Hopefully this is the year we finally make the playoffs. And now that's the start of the season. We can afford to sign Waugh. As you can see there, $2.5 million in cap space. He's actually up to an 83 as well. And he's only going to cost us like $1 million since he just wants to play. Byram there up to an 80, so we'll make him an offer. We're at 48 contracts. I think it counts Waugh's, so hopefully, yeah, Byram did accept his offer there. So once Waugh accepts, I'll mess with the lines and stuff. We have a pretty good looking team. Like I was saying, I think I've said the last 2 years, or I don't know about the first year, but last year I thought we were really good. This year we're even better. We'll see what happens though. This team is insane. They're even better than last year, so check this out. First line's the same, but they're just better now. Connor's a 90, Point's a 91. Stone there's still an 88. Second line, Marchessault, Carlson, Pacioretty. Third line's now Gusev, Glass, and Tuck. Glass is up to an 84. Very good third line center. Like his hands all 94. Powerful shot, fast. Pretty good physical stats and defensive stats as well. Definitely cannot complain with him. Fourth line, we now have Peary, Waugh, and Cousins. I didn't even realize Waugh turned into like the perfect bottom six center. He's playing fourth line center, but 23 years old there, 6'4", 200 pounds, playing the AHL. He improved his defensive game. Check this out. 88 D awareness, 90 shot block, 93 stick check. He's got 94 aggressiveness and body check, 95 strength. Dude's like the perfect fourth line center. So I really like the forward group, even more than last year. Defense obviously has improved a lot. Theodore and Burns, the top pair. Burns is down 1 to 89, but still pretty solid. LA line here, Martinez and Muzzin. And then we got Byram there playing with Waugh on the bottom pair. Byram, of course, elite potential, should grow. Goalies here, we got Crawford as the starter. Fleury backing him up. Fleury's an 82 now, so he's really dropped down. What's he making? 6.4 for 2 more years. If we kept going, we'd probably buy him out because no one's going to take him. Crawford also dropped by 1, but still an 87. $3.5 million. That's really great value for him. Quick look there at the power play units. I think very solid 4-man power play. Penalty kill, obviously, was on that because very good. So is Glass, actually. So the two centers playing penalty kill. Hopefully, everyone's got energy. Quick look here at the AHL team. I'm not sure if it's best lines or not, but as you can see there, mostly 70s. We actually have Jake Bean in the AHL right now, 80 overall. Same with Haig. So a lot of like trade pieces still available to us. I think we have 2 first-round picks because we trade Stastny. We have Spencer Knight still. We have the other elite guy we got. So tons of trade pieces. Can still make 3 trades. Hopefully this team's good enough where we're just making huge additions at the deadline and we're not trying to stay alive and make the playoffs. I'll start the sim here. Actually, before I do that, I want to see the ratings. 97, 94, 90. Surprise goaltending's not a bit higher, but still pretty good. Should be a playoff team. Fingers crossed. Check this out, guys. We actually just got a really interesting offer from Chicago. Want to give us Jonathan Days, a second and a third for Dallas first-round pick this year. Jake Bean, Nick Hague, and then Marc-Andre Fleury, who I don't think we could trade away. 2 years left there, $6.4 million. He's an 82 overall, so this is actually a pretty good offer because even though Tays is making 10.2, yeah, he's still an 88, so that'd be our second line center, I guess. First round pick, Jake Bean's in the AHL. He's good, but Tays is sick. Hague's also solid. Then Marc-Andre Fleury there is pretty bad. The thing is, we do need a backup goalie. Dansk isn't that good, so I wonder, do they have a backup goalie that they'd be able to swap us? Because they were getting Fleury. Wow, they have no goalie. So I guess we just make that trade after the fact. Don't really need the picks, though. And just, for the sake of Vegas, we try and keep one of these guys, right? So Let's see, the value. Take off the second and third. And then keep Jake Bean for the team. We have 3 trades to make, so we can definitely afford it. The first rounder we got for Stastny, Haig, and Fleury for Taze. See what they say. Trades accepted. We're calling up Danks. Let's go. Like I was saying, guys, still need a backup goalie. So the first team I checked, Anaheim actually has Campbell on the block. He's their 3rd string goalie. Solid, though. 29 years old, 81 overall. Cousins are 13th forward now, so just might as well use him in the trade. Grossman there, 19, only 50 overall, low top 4. Going to take a while to develop. So that is on our side. Campbell's on the block. I think they'll say yes. And trades accepted, so there we go. Well, this isn't good, guys. So we made that trade for Jonathan Taze. After that, we lost 6 games straight. Actually, might have made the trade around Ottawa, but still. 6 straight losses heading to the deadline. You hate to see that. So we're 1 game below 500. It makes, I don't know, this team might be cursed. Still only 3 points there out of a spot in the playoffs. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be easier to make the 3rd spot than the wild card. Points got 48 points, 63 games. I did notice Corey Crawford's down to 84 overall, so we can make one more trade here. Probably just going to make a huge trade for a goalie. Alright, guys, so for our one final trade here, making Nashville a big offer for Pekka Rinne and Matthias Ekholm. Rinne's got 1 year left there, $5 million, 89 overall goalie, pretty good. Nashville's got a good record. Ekholm, 85. Trying to upgrade Martinez a couple to him. Also, it's a bit cheaper. Crawford's there for the money. Rinne's going to be the starter. Sagan there, elite potential. It's a lot to give up for basically a rental goalie and a slightly better defenseman. Nikitin, low top 4 potential. 2nd round pick, but we got to do something. We have to make the playoffs. At least one here with Vegas. The value, I think, is like double on our side, so we'll see what Nashville says here. And the trade's going through. We have to move down 1 Dansk, though. And we call up Bean, and I don't understand this. The one dude's like a 13th forward if we call him up. So that doesn't make any sense. And Wah we need. So let's see if they'll retain like a bit of money on Rinne. Usually if you try to retain, they say no, but the value is good enough. Make them keep like 25%. See what they say. Trades accepted. There we go. Hopefully it's enough. Alright, guys, so after that trade, we really should make the playoffs. Team status there is champion. Also, I'll show you guys the lines. I don't think you've seen them since we made the trade for Taze. So, first line there is the same. Same with the second line. Third line's Tuck, Taze, and Glass. Like, that could be a lot of teams' first line. Taze at 88 overall has got to be the best third line center in the league. Like, that's unreal. Piri, Waugh, Gusev, even on the fourth line. Like, Piri's the only guy under 83 overall in the entire forward group. It's kind of ridiculous. Defense is still really good, too. Theodore, Burns, Muzzin, Ekholm, Byram, and Waugh. So, I mean, Ekholm's an upgrade. Byram's gone up by 1. I don't know. I think, actually, Theodore's also gone up by 1. He's an 86 now. So, defensive is even better. Goalies, Rinne, 89 starter. Obviously, big upgrade. Campbell, 81 backup's fine. Right there's a look at the first power play. The second one, like, I think the penalty kill's insane, too. We got Taze, Waugh, Carlson, Glass. Like, some very good two-way players. I don't know, guys. Like, if this team can't find a way in the playoffs, I don't know what else to do. Alright, guys, we're at the end of the season now. We finished a pretty good record, 42, 34, and 6. You can see there we finished with 4 straight wins. And we actually had, I think, 5 straight wins here at one point. Or actually, what was that? 6 straight wins. So, played really well after the deadline. 90 points, though, is a bit scary. Even in a weak Pacific. Usually it's like 92. We'll find out here. Hopefully, it's enough to get in. If we miss 3 years in a row, I might cry. Here we go. Come on. Oh my god. We just squeaked in as a wildcard team. We're the lowest seed wildcard at 90 points. Oh my gosh. We finally get in though. Okay, just have to get in. Anything can happen. March is still there. 67 points, 82 games. Surprised like no one's having like a higher scoring than that with higher rated guys. Maybe it's because like our team just has so much depth. Like yeah. Look at that. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 guys. 50 plus points. Connor's on the first line. He should have more than 51. Glass had 52, surprisingly. He's at 86 now. I mean, playing with Taze. Stone there is 1 below 50. He's on the first line as well, so it's kind of strange. Let's check out how Rinne did. I know a lot of his stats are from playing for Nashville. So 0.97, 2.53. He's playing well this year. Campbell played good in his games as well. Check out who led the entire league in scoring. Ovechkin, 107, 62 goals. DeBrincat, Kane, Kuznetsov, Jekimovs. So what this guy I think was, yes, or second round in 2019, sorry, or second overall in 2019, not 2020. McKinnon, Rantanen, So that line on Colorado just goes off. Pasta, Kucherov. So a lot of other players really high scoring. Not so much for our team, but that's okay. We made the playoffs. That's the main thing. And the first round of the playoffs are up against the Canucks. First line here, they got Sherry, Peterson, Besser, Barchi, Duchesne, and Kajula. Pearson, Horvat, Gauthier, and then for Tannen, Gaudette, and Bodker. So not bad, but ours is a lot better. Hughes there, number 1 defenseman. After that, it's pretty average. Goalies, though, Demko's an 88. Rene for us is an 89, so I don't get it. Like, every team I look at that's doing better than us is worse than us on paper. So maybe just not a good mix of guys. Too many good players. There's got to be some solution. So we'll send through the first round. Hopefully can get by Canucks. Lose the first one 6-0. That's not a good sign. Win, though, the second game in OT. Come on. Win the third there, 4-0. Tied up 2-2. Heading back to Vancouver for game number 5. Almost said heading back to Canucks. Game 5. Win it 3-1. And there we go. We actually beat the Canucks there in 6. So get a playoff series win. I mean, I was just happy to make the playoffs finally. And second round here up against the Calgary Flames. And right here, guys, what Calgary's lines are looking like. Gaudreau, Monahan, and Kachuk's the top line. Pretty nasty. Gaudreau's up to a 93. Mang Japan, or however you say his name, 79. He's playing second line because his offensive stats are actually all really good. Just defense, physical, pretty low. Backlund, Lindholm, Frolik, Jankowski, Neal, Nordstrom, Dubé, Cousins. Defense here, Hanneman's up to a 91. Giordano still an 87 at 37 years old. Pretty impressive. Goalies, Kincaid and Johnson. So, should be able to light these goalies up. Like, our third line is an 88 Taze, an 86 Glass, and an 84 Tuck. I mean, they can't match up with us. Even our fourth line is higher rated than their starting goaltenders. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Calgary, round 2. Win the first game. This is in Calgary as well. Lose the second there in OT, so at least it was close. Looks like our AHL team's moving on. Win the third. Not sure what happened in the fourth or the fifth. We do win the fifth game. We won the fourth game and the fifth game. So there we go. Win in 5. And we actually have the St. Louis Blues here in the conference finals. So far, this team is rallying back. So looking at St. Louis here, they got Fabry, O'Reilly, Tarasenko on the top line. Schwartz, Shen, Perron, Steen, Barbashev, Kyrou. So honestly, looks very similar to the Stanley Cup winning team. Defense, they've added Petrie. And Wallman there has made the jump. Olofsson. Goalies, Bainton's an 87 now. Allen's down to 81. Is he still on that one deal? Or is he... He is. Still making $4 million there to be Bainton's backup. So, a good team. You know, a Stanley Cup winning team. But still, I like our team a lot better. Stone there currently has 9 points in 11 games. Leading our team in playoff scoring. So, conference final. We're playing well. Hopefully, can keep it up. Come on, let's go. Win the first game. There we go. Second game, 6-5 OT, so both of those were in St. Louis as well. So far, so good. Not a good third game. Win the fourth game in OT. We just have to win one more. There we go. Beat St. Louis in 5. Stanley Cup final now. We're playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. They won the Stanley Cup last year. This team's turning it around. March is still there, 13-16 games. So this is a Marnerless Leafs team. They do though, or actually, would they have Tyson Barrie? I'm not sure if they re-signed him. I assume they do, or did. Janssen, Matthews, Nylander, Petan's up to 82. Marlowe they brought back, 2.3 million. Timashov, Kerfoot still there. Captain, Baptiste, Bracco, Chason. They did get Barrie. How much did they sign him for? 5.2. That's very cheap. CC, what's he at? 3.8. Dermott, Kevin Miller. I thought they traded for Condre Miller. Liljegren. Anderson there's a 90 now. Connaughton's is back up. So, Leafs team, even without Marner, still very, very good. Going to be tough for sure, but Vegas has been here before. They lost to Washington. Just hopefully can avenge it here. Took us, 3 seasons to finally make the playoffs, but hopefully, first time's the charm. So, game number 1 here. I noticed the Leafs are 12-5, so we're actually slightly better record through the first 3 rounds. So, first period. No scores. Second period, down 2. They're outshooting us quite a bit. We get 1 from Tuck, unfortunately. Not enough. So lose the first one there, 3-1. That would have been in Toronto for sure, I assume. Yeah, that was in Toronto. So hopefully can at least take game number 2. Split games here. Do not want to be going down 2-0 to the defending Stanley Cup champs, right? So, alright, here we go. Game 2, first period. Come on. We get 1 from Waugh, Miller, and Kerfoot for them. Matthews scores, so down 2 here. And we get 2, unfortunately, Tavares scores. So close game, just not enough. Like, I don't know. Jonathan Toews is a legitimate first-line center, 88 overall. He's on a third line. Doesn't seem to matter. Just doesn't seem to matter. I guess maybe I'm being a bit too pessimistic because we didn't make it to the Stanley Cup final. And we still got 5 games, so we just have to win 4 of the next 5. It can be done. Here we go. First period. Game 3 in Vegas. We're down 2. Cody Ceci scores both. Are you kidding me? Chase on Tavares is not looking good. We get 1 goal there from Toews, as I was mentioning so we don't get shut out, but we could get shut out in this series if we don't win the next game. We gotta win at least 1 game here in Vegas. And then after that, obviously, take it a game at a time. Here we go, game number 4. Literally do or die at this point. Hopefully we didn't come all this way for nothing. Game 4. Here we go. Not a good first period. Timoshaw, Matthews, Riley for them. Carlson for us. Second period. We get 1 from Carlson. They get 1 from Tavares. We got to get 2 here in the third. Come on, boys. And there we go. Lose the Leafs 5-2. Swept in the Stanley Cup final. You hate to see it, but at least we made it here. It would have really sucked if we missed the playoffs all 3 years, but definitely not the outcome we were looking for. And check out the draft lottery results, guys. Look at all the action going on. LA picking first via Edmonton. Kind of like Gretzky-esque, I guess. Toronto second via Ottawa. So the Marner trade worked out pretty well for them. Back-to-back Stanley Cups. Now they're picking second overall here. And this is the 2021 draft, so I'm actually not really sure who they'd be taking. Columbus and New York, Chicago, tons of first-round picks on the move. Also, guys, totally forgot to show you something. Pretty important, I'd say. But I was kind of distracted, obviously, making the Stanley Cup final. And that's the fact that our AHL team actually won the Calgary Cup. So they played the Falcons again. They had a rematch, and they beat them there in 6. So thought that was pretty cool. Of course, the one time, we're not paying attention, that's when they win the Calgary Cup. So at least there won the Cup. Marchessault led our team in scoring 15 points there. 20 games. I'll take a look at the playoff tree, see who the Leafs had to go through this time. So Devils in 5, Lightning in 7, Hurricanes in 5, of course. Swept us. I can't believe that. So our AHL team, we'll take a look at it here. We beat Texas. We played them again. Milwaukee we play again. Stockton Heat there, conference final. And then we beat Springfield there in 6. We actually had 2 best of 7. So pretty cool. We'll check the awards now. We actually have some awards, like obviously Calder Cup, Prince of Wales, or is it Prince of Wales we won? Clarence S. Campbell, my bad. Prince of Wales of the East. So player awards, Obi with the Art Ross and the Hart. Ekman Larson there gets the James Norris. Kane, Lady Bing. Hughes got the Calder. He's just now having his rookie season. They held him out all last year. What the heck? Anderson, Conn Smythe, and the Vezina. Also got the William Jennings. Tons of awards for him. Lindgren, Bill Masterton, O'Reilly. 3 straight Selkies. Love that. Ovi there, Ted Lindsay. Also Maurice Richard. So Ovi's continuing to tear it up. What's that? 4 straight Maurice Richards. Like, I think he's passing Gretzky's gold record if he can do that in real life. So AHL awards now. Unfortunately, only NHL award we got was the Clarence S. Campbell. Team wins the Calder Cup. We also would have won, I guess, like the conference. But we did not win any regular season team awards. So player awards, Kovalev, most points. The Leafs had the MVP of the AHL, and they just won the Cup. Are you kidding me? Turcotte, most goals. Kovalev also got Outstanding Rookie. Van de Sample, Best D-Man. DiPietro, Best Goalie. Knight, though, got MVP of the playoffs. That's sick. He's only like 72 overall or something, but he obviously stood on his head. Kovalev also got Sportsmanship, Erickson, Community Involvement, and then Miller there, lowest goals again. So, I mean, can't be too upset. The first 2 years didn't go our way, but third year, we got to the Stanley Cup final, and at that point, anything can happen. Just coin flip, didn't go our way, got swept. What are you going to do? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I guess next year we have to find out whether or not this lottery ticket won and rip it up. Alright guys, so we came 1 series away from not having to do quick sell a scratch ticket, I guess what we're going to call it. Obviously, we almost missed the playoffs all 3 years. At least we did almost make it. Hopefully, this ticket doesn't win too much. I've actually got a toonie here I'm going to scratch it off with. Silver and gold, it's kind of like Vegas colors. So, I'll just start scratching, and I'll show you guys what we win.
12 seconds later.
Alright guys, so on the back of the scratch ticket it says approximate odds 1 in 3.5. I'm not sure if it's going to pick it up there. Yeah, 1 in 3.5. So how do you guys think we did? We had to get, I think, 3 numbers to win something. I'm not sure if you can see it there, but yeah, we got 235,000. You had to get 3. I think we got like 2 7s, 2 15s. We didn't win anything, so I'm honestly pretty glad. That would have sucked just losing money. So there we go. Didn't win anything. We're going to rip it up anyways. If we had to lose, I'm glad we didn't lose anything. If we would have won, obviously, would have wished we won like the 35K. I think that was the jackpot. But that's it, guys, for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Next up is the Washington Capitals. And I'm not sure what to put on the line for that episode, so if you have any ideas, leave them in the comments section. Other than that, thank you guys as always for watching. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.